Let's bring in SABC News senior reporter Chriselda, who is closely following the bus and joins us live. A very good afternoon to you, Chriselda. You're not running and scrubbing today yet, but you are tracking that bus. Just tell us what's happened so far and where you're off to.
One thing I can certainly tell you, a few moments ago I was scrumming amongst the crowd in Pretoria, and that was the first stop, of course, of the Boks after visiting President Cyril Ramaphosa, where he congratulated them, as you heard in that clip. But I tell you, the streets of Pretoria were absolutely lined with thousands of people. Nobody went to work today. I think if the president declared a holiday, it certainly should have been today, because there was no activity in terms of work that was taking place in the CBD. People that come out of dealerships, that come out of municipal office buildings, that come out of anything, that left their laptops, that left their desktops, and they simply lined the streets of Pretoria. It was absolutely unbelievable. So we're live to you now from the SABC tracking van, and we're tracking the Springboks from one point to the other. As of course, this is the first leg of the trophy tour. We've left Pretoria. We are now passing the Rivonia Road. That's where we're passing at the moment, Rivonia Road. We're headed towards the next off-ramp is William Nicol, and I can tell you the shots that we're showing you right now are of the Springboks in the closed top bus. You would recall they were on the open bus. This is when they were driving through Pretoria, but now to the next location, they are inside the closed top bus until we get to the next location. I can certainly tell you, people are hooting, they are screaming, they're carrying the South African flag and everything. They keep throwing balls, rugby balls that they bought, and hoping that the Springboks would be able to sign that from them. It flies into the bus, gets a signature, flies back out again. Absolutely unbelievable. And what's really great about this moment, and thing I can certainly tell you, is that everybody has rallied behind the Boks. It certainly is a moment of unity. The scenes that we're seeing here today, I don't think we've seen in a very long time in South Africa. A moment's glory, a moment's jubilation amidst the challenges that we might face. And I keep saying that because oftentimes, you would know, when we report about things that are going wrong. But let me tell you, what is going right has certainly gone right with the Springboks. This is, of course, I'm sure you can see, the shot itself is of the buses that the Springbok team is on. We're headed to the next location now. Absolutely unbelievable. I must say, a little bit earlier on today, I had a bit of tears in my eyes there, because very seldom do we get to celebrate beautiful moments like this. And South Africans, black, white, Indian, coloured, old, young, moms, dads, grandpas, grannies, everyone certainly rallying behind them. And this is only but a glimpse of what people in other provinces will get to experience. The president alluding to the fact that we might not be able to get to every single corner of the different areas in the provinces, but I guess those who can get there, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And I can certainly tell you what a privilege it is to be part of it, wearing our Boks jerseys. And that's what everyone is celebrating at this particular time. Everyone is waving through their cars, everyone is screaming, everything has come to a standstill. I absolutely love it for us at this particular time. I must tell you, Aldrin St. Pierre was laughing at me just a little bit earlier on, because a part of my hair actually fell off as I was speaking to some of the people who've gathered out there. It's really a proud moment, I must tell you. A proud moment for South Africa, a proud moment for its people, a proud moment for the Springboks, a proud moment for everyone that calls themselves a South African. And I mean, we've showed up. We really have showed up on the international stage. So we're headed now to a different location. I think it sort of looks like, I think we're headed towards the Soweto area. Yeah, I think we're headed to Soweto now, because we are on the highway. So I can only imagine we're headed towards the Soweto area now. And I can tell you, as we're driving on the highway, it's just hoots after hoot after hoot after hoot after hood. And the great aspect about all of this is that, the rugby players, the Springboks, are taking a moment to engage with every single one of these people who have lined the streets. And every time they raise that trophy, the Webb Ellis Cup, I tell you, it's just screams of reverberation. It is absolutely fantastic. My voice is half going, but that's okay. That's okay at this point, I tell you. Eben, Elizabeth, they say, is a name that many people have been screaming. Sia Kolisi, Ox, all of them, Mampimpi. I spoke to him a little bit earlier on, and he was talking about a moment of pride, saying that, this is beautiful for them to watch. They worked hard. They appreciate all the support that they're getting. They appreciate the kindness that South Africans have shown and how we've rallied behind the Springboks in their victory in France. It certainly wasn't easy, but they really did show up. We're headed now, Nzinga, to Soweto, and I can certainly tell you the scenes that we saw back there in Pretoria is exactly what's going to happen in Soweto as well. It takes me back to, Soweto and, the late Tatu Nelson Mandela. We go back there, and I'm sure if I have the opportunity to speak to any of the Springboks, they will tell you, taking this cup back there as well will take you back to a time that Tatu Nelson Mandela himself held this trophy and celebrated with the Springboks. So the era of, how synonymous it is in us taking this trophy back there, to where Tatu Nelson Mandela once lived. Definitely, that's a sentiment we will get from some of the people that we're going to meet there. I can tell you, hoots again, everybody's excited about, this victory and what it means for our country, despite what we have been through. Of course, it wasn't easy for the Boks. It wasn't easy at all. They kept saying it. But you know what? We're truly a nation that fights. We're truly a nation of people that fight and are the day. And the word that keeps coming up is our resilience. That resilience is what has brought us here. I'm not an analyst, I'm a mere journalist, but I'm telling you, what we've seen here, absolutely unbelievable. We're passing Malibongwe Drive now in Lansera, and I can tell you, Nzinga, man, absolute goosebumps. You can't see my heart pounding, but I tell you, this is truly a momentous occasion and an honest privilege to be part of it. The Springboks must be incredibly tired, but the manner in which they've showed up to say thank you, humility, the kind of humility that they've demonstrated and have engaged with the people who've come out to show their love and support. Businesses have come to a standstill, despite our own economic hardships, and saying, well, we certainly can't afford a holiday right now. There's so much that we can't afford. However, laptops, desktops, and everything else was left just for that moment's glory. Absolutely phenomenal, Nzinga, from where we are. All right, so we're going to be passing Beyers Naudé now. Nzinga, I don't know if you're going to stay with us just a little bit longer. And, a real privilege. It's unfortunate that I can't move, the camera that is stationed against the windscreen to show you my colleagues who are also here. Thomas is also here. We've also got Mike right at the back there. We've also got David right at the back there as well. Everybody rallied behind to bring you all this coverage of this momentous, unbelievable moment, a once in a lifetime, I would say. I don't know if we'd be able to witness such, a proud moment in this country, if we'd even be alive to see something like this. Nzinga, I tell you, wow. I'm going to ask David, here the Springboks. Yeah, that's the bus they're in, right? Or is it? Yeah, this is the bus that they're in. All right, David, what you can, there you go. David, zoom in. Zoom in a bit, there you go. Zoom in a bit. Let's see if we can get some waves from the guys there. Okay, just put a hood there. Maybe we'll be able to get some waves there. All right, let's see if we can get some waves from the guys. I think they're so exhausted at the moment in Nzinga. I've really been pushing the envelope at this particular time, I tell you. Some of them have got their heads against the seats. It must be so exhausting. But I tell you, the grace and the humility with which they've accepted everyone and understood that what they've brought to every single one of us, is a moment of pride. It's a moment of glory. And I think it's certainly something that we're going to see over the next couple of days. Remember, not just Johannesburg, they're also going to Durban, they're also going to East London, they're also going to, where else again? My memory is even evading that. Where's that? Oh, Bloemfontein, yes. Thank you very much, Thomas. Thanks, Thomas. Thomas, one of my colleagues reminding me, my voice is also it's just disappearing, but it's fine. Let's continue with country duty.